Hey YouTube, Believe in Better here, 4th of December 2012. This is the second part of the Rick Clay video that I posted. If you've just clicked on this and found my video, don't watch this Rick Clay bit until you've seen part 1, okay? So anyway, I'm going to crack on with part 2. Here you go, enjoy.
I'm thinking about, was 9/11 an event that was either, was it, as Jose Arguelles would put it, was it an inevitable event, inevitable event? Was it designed by the universe for it to happen as it did?
Yeah.
You look into it further, and the World Trade Center commenced building in 1966 and finished building it in 1977, so it took 11 years to create as well.
Yeah.
So you can move on from that, forget all that for the time being, and then you can get to September the 11th in history. And on September the 11th, 1990, at 9:09 PM, that's 11 years prior to 9/11, George Bush Sr. made his very first speech entitled "Towards a New World Order" in the UN, at the UN. So this was 11 years prior. And then if you take that back 60 years, so you go back to September the 11th, 1941, you'll realise that 60 years to 9/11, that was when the soil was broken for the Pentagon.
Pentagon, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And so you've got this day, September the 11th, again running through this kind of, the nasty war machine of America, if you want to call it that.
Exactly.
And so then, basically, there's something that happened much further back in time than that, and there's a book written...
I'm just going to pause it there, again. Nazi War Project. There's something interesting that I've been looking into the past couple of weeks. Project Paperclip. So the Americans took the Nazis, the Germans, out of Germany, took them to America and used all their technology to get on with what they were doing. Anyway, just thought I'd jump in there and add that. But yeah, check that out, man. Project Paperclip. Paperclip. It's mad. Black Project, that is. Black Project.
1981, and it was called The Birth of Christ Recalculated. And it was written by a guy called Ernest L. Martin. And he claims to have calculated the exact date of Jesus Christ's birthday based on celestial charts for that era.
Yeah.
Basically, he'd worked out with the famous Star of Bethlehem, which was, he worked out that essentially Jesus Christ was born on September the 11th, 3 BC. And this book was released in 1981. So, we've got another date there.
And I think that is, sorry to interrupt there, but I think that's actually a key area to why we potentially are seeing so many things oriented around the 9 and the 11 September.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, when it comes into other significant events, for instance, when you think about America and NASA and stuff, the very first shuttle that got to the moon was Apollo 11.
Yeah. There you go.
And then, for instance, in Great Britain, I'm sure I think it's celebrated around the world actually, but on the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month, we celebrate Remembrance Day, in which we honour our war dead, but it's on an 11/11, and it's basically the Queen and a load of other people taking poppies to a cenotaph, which is an obelisk essentially.
Yeah.
So, little strange events going on all over the place.
Indeed.
I mean, talking about the Queen moving into royalty, and this is where, I'll lead much deeper into royalty later on, but basically, if you look into the history of the word crown and the royal crown, the word crown was derived from Anglo-French word called couronne, which is derived from Latin for corona, but the year that the word crown, was first established was in the year 1111.
Really? That's interesting.
Right.
Wow.
You can't just say that these are coincidences. All of these things that are kind of connected up, and I get to a point where at first I thought there were coincidences, but then you think, what is this thing called chance?
Yeah.
What is it?
Indeed.
So anyhow, that's the groundwork for 11, and then this is where I'd started seeing this time code.
Okay, I paused it there. Just about to say I've started seeing this time code. Well guys, this is me, 11/11. This is ultimately what led me to Project Camelot and to carry on what I'm doing and the path I'm leading. I used to, people will laugh again, but this guy is speaking about this now. I mean, this is real, man. He's about to go into when he started seeing this 11:11. It was then that he started getting all this information and having strange dreams and working things out, and I don't know, man. It's crazy, but I'll let you listen on. But this is me. I used to see it a couple of times a week at first, and then it became daily. No matter what I was doing, I would always see 11:11 AM, and I would always be awake late at night as well, 11:11 PM. There was no video or anything on the internet or anything on the TV that influenced me into believing this. I'd done my own homework because I was freaked out in a way, because I kept seeing this 11:11 all the time. You know, whenever I would look at the clock, I would always, when that time came around, I would notice it basically. Anyway, yeah. So there's carry on with part 2 of the video. Listen to Rick Clay's explanation. But guys, this is exactly what I went through. I started believing in things and opening new doors when I discovered the 11:11 phenomenon. And again, type in your URL. There's enough shit about it. Check it out. Anyway, let's carry on with this. Peace.
11:11 on clocks and stuff, and this is when I started getting this flood of information. I don't know where I've been receiving it from, but I've been receiving it from somewhere recently. I don't know what it's all about, to be honest. But basically, sorry.
No, I just wanted to say it's interesting, and to some extent, I think that this is in a way information that wants to get out. I think it's kind of a self-containing awareness within itself, meaning that it is trying to reach out and teach us how things are interconnected. And I think that numerology and so-called coincidence or meaningful coincidence, synchronicity, is a perfect way to demonstrate to us that everything is interconnected. And I think that there are so many levels to all of this. So what we're beginning to discover are some of the most, in a way, actually obvious and very clear signs of this. But I would imagine that this is something that actually runs throughout exactly everything. If you have, basically the amount of time to study something or look at it in close enough detail.
I mean, the thing with all the 11s for me is essentially, I come from the viewpoint, I believe in a mind before matter universe.
Yeah.
Everything stems from consciousness. Consciousness precipitates matter, not the other way around, as scientists would have you believe it.
Yeah.
And I mean, the way that I can, kind of prove that to myself and hopefully to others is that, I don't mean to be crude about this, but when, for instance, a man is sleeping and he has an orgasm in the middle of the night, right, the process that has created that is not any physical action, it's all stemmed from thought.
Yeah.
And so if you think about that, then obviously that thought has then created the ability to create life.
That's
right. If you understand where I'm coming from.
Oh, yeah, definitely, exactly. It's a very good point.
That for me is the proof that everything is a mind before matter universe. You can create life with thought.
Yeah.
So that means that everything that you're looking at essentially is consciousness.
Hmm.
And that's my way of that's where I come from with a lot of this. And given the 11s, connected with the Pentagon and connected with the 9/11, World Trade Center disaster and everything, that to me is indicative of someone else trying to hijack consciousness. I don't know what it is, but for me, there seems to be some kind of other side of things that are hijacking this number for themselves.
Okay, people, that was part 2. You can see here there's a lot of links here. Look, 2012 banned and reposted. The hidden reality, where you can see through it. 11:11 reality. 11:11 from here we go. Look, what's this? Look, something about Obama comes up. Who the fuck is this guy? Mystical numbers. Look, and Obama. Project Bluebeam, another project. Here we go. Look, Rick Clay, NASA, New World Order. guys, there's a lot of shit going on. Just coincidence? A must see. 11/11. I'm not crazy, man. There's code broken. You know. So tell you what, you know. In actual fact, let's do a live shot. What's this say? Hold on. I think that you have also seen the New Age advertising about 11/11. I've done some deep studies about this phenomenon. I have to date 11/11. I'm not claiming that something will happen. I'm just reporting at some interesting things. Watch and do your own conclusions. Well, this is random. I've just gone to this video. It's a link to the Rick Clay Part 2 video that we just watched. This is obviously done quite some time ago because this person's saying that they're suspicious of something of the 11th day of the 11th month, the 11th year. Well, we're a year past that, you know. We're 13 months past that date. It says here, I'm not claiming that something will happen, but I'm just reporting some interesting things. Watch and do your own conclusions. It's kind of what I'm saying here, guys. You know, you do have to make your own conclusions. And this guy's right. A lot of stuff has happened since this date. Syria has got worse. Just today, it's come out. Obama's made a speech about Syria possibly using biological weapons, although they deny it to the teeth. They're not denying that they haven't got them. I mean, guys, wake up, man. Sort it out. Get together. Let's do something here, right? Now, there's just. I'm not going to watch 40 minutes of this video. Let's just see what it's saying, alright? This is new to me as it is new to you. Okay, so let's just go into it a little bit more. Don't really like the music much. I'm going to turn it down. I personally think some events will take place before that, but hold up. To understand, you must have some notions about the Kabbalah and the Illuminati. Well, I've obviously spoke about the Illuminati before. Believing this ancient doctrine that has also inspired New Age movement, astrology. See, look, this is kind of weird why I've selected this video. This is exactly what I've been talking about in the past video, actually. Okay. Freemasonry is founded upon the activities of secret societies and Central European adepts whom studying Mason will find a different link between them. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, look, listen. The 33rd degree and stuff is stuff I've covered before. I'm not going to go into this. I'm not going to waste my memory in going into this. But we'll just go back here. Like Illuminati, alien. There's a lot of stuff out there, guys. I'm going to let this one go now. You've watched part 2 of Rick Clay's video. I suggest you watch the whole video. It was on, I'm sure it's Red Ice Creations. It's been years since I watched that video, you know. I actually filmed it and walked away from it, and I was listening, and that's what I jumped in some parts because it brought back memories. But it's been a good few years since I've seen that video, actually. I've been interested in a lot of other things since then. Like I said, this is what opened my mind to it. But do your own homework, guys. I'll hopefully be back with some videos shortly. Peace out. Ciao for now. Believe in Bell.